Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to C5 Academy. My name is Ashley. Always a great pleasure to be here with you guys. And today I have a very special guest with us, beautiful Chloe Guilhermino, who's here to speak about yoga. And this is a potential brief or long broadcast, depending on you guys. Because this is live, you guys are welcome to leave us your comments, and we'll be sure to answer them as quickly as we can. So this is more of a discussion that continues based on our previous videos with regards to ideas and tools that we can use on a daily basis to increase our vibrational frequency so that we can get closer to initiating diplomatic contact with our brothers and sisters who are currently visiting us at this time and have been for a long time. So I had discussed in previous videos, I'd given a couple of tools that people can use to increase their vibration. Yoga was one of them. So I thought that it would be very fitting and actually amazing to have Chloe on our channel for the first time to speak to us about yoga and how you guys can use that on a daily basis to increase your vibration, but also to feel good, because yoga is amazing. It makes you feel great, and I'd love to learn more about it. So Chloe, would you mind sharing with us, first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you for being on our channel.
Thank you. It is so awesome and amazing to be here. So thank you for having me.
Crazy. This is only the first time that you're on the channel.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here. Would you mind sharing with us and our subscribers a bit more about what your perspective of yoga is?
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you so much for tuning in. It is so wonderful to be here with you guys. Yeah, my yoga journey started quite a few years ago. And as a child, I was always a gymnast and a dancer. And so I always had this very active side to me. And I also grew up in quite a spiritual household. So I also always had that sort of awareness from quite a young age. And then probably in my university years, I went to my first yoga class, and it was just like, wow, these two worlds meeting in one. And the sense of peace and wholeness that I experienced was truly like nothing I'd ever felt before. And from that, I just kind of went all into exploring this incredible practice. So I'm a certified Kundalini yoga teacher and just an obsessed practitioner in my own life. And for me, yoga is not just a physical practice, and I think that's really what my teaching is when it comes to yoga. So often people think that yoga is something you do when you step onto your mat and put on your leggings and your crop top and put on some music, and now I'm going to do yoga, right? And it's really not the case at all. Yoga is this ancient, profound practice that allows us to connect to ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and come into a space of wholeness and truth, where we actually come back to our full selves and become more awakened to the power of who and what we are. So yeah, I must be honest that when I first met Ashley, I had never spent much time looking at the stars or the sky. I had never really considered life or the possibility of life beyond our planet. And since Ashley has opened my eyes to this, I can only speak for myself to say that I've had numerous incredible, profound, magical experiences within CE-5. And I can really see and understand how you do need to be on quite a high frequency and in a very clear state of mind and a very open state of being and believing to have these CE-5 experiences. And yoga is an incredible tool we can use to raise the vibration of ourselves physically and mentally.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That was really profound and amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that reminds me of how impactful yoga can be for our physiological bodies. Obviously, we've understood that it's not necessarily only about the physicality of it, but it does definitely flush out our cells, and it definitely works on our bodies on a quite a deep level. Would you mind speaking about this?
Absolutely, I would love to. So that's exactly what yoga is all about, specifically on a physical level. So, as we are all starting to realize, is we are these powerful, incredible, energetic beings with literally volts of energy moving through us every single moment. And if we have certain blockages within our body or in our own energy field, we cannot firstly receive energy to our full potential, but we also cannot give energy and express ourselves to our full potential when we experience blocks in different areas that are generally referred to as the chakras. So that's really where yoga is so powerful, as it allows us to come into our bodies, to tune into ourselves, our own energy system, and basically clear out the pipes, bring everything back into alignment, move some energy out the shoulders, get everything moving in the body again. And it's so powerful if you think that we as human beings are 75% water. We are these beautiful water flowing vessels of energy. And if you can just think for a moment what happens to a body of water when it becomes stagnant, it becomes there's some, it becomes
muddy.
muddy, murky, unpleasant. Bacteria starts to grow, and our bodies are exactly the same. If we become stagnant, that energy builds and builds and builds in the body, whether it's the shoulders or the back or the spine. The more it becomes stagnant, the more crystallized and hard that energy becomes, and we literally cannot flow in that area of our being. So that's where yoga is so powerful, is we flushing out the cells of the body, we keeping the energy flowing, we keeping everything moving, we oxygenating the cells of our body, which is our life force energy that propels all the energy in our body. So it's this incredible tool we can use to keep the energy flowing and in turn keep us on a high vibration.
Fantastic. That was amazing. Thank you very, very much. This just quickly brought me back to that experience we had together on the mountain. I think it was actually probably one of our very first experiences, you and I, where we did some yoga.
Yes.
Before on the mountain. Would you mind speaking a bit about that and what
The
happened on that?
experience
On that evening.
Yes, thank you. So it was maybe 2 years ago.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Maybe 2 years ago. And it was also probably one of my first CE-5 experiences, and obviously I was a bit skeptical, but very open. And actually, and I think it was just the two of us.
It was.
Yeah, we went up onto this beautiful mountain. We stay in Cape Town, and we went up onto the mountain, and we just started doing a bit of yoga, a bit of breathing, centering. And as we practiced, we just felt, ourselves become more energized, more aligned, and just clearing the mind, opening up the body. And almost immediately when we sat down and looked up, we just had this incredible flash come to us. And for me, that was just the most profound experience, one of the most profound experiences I've ever had. And I definitely saw it as a reflection of my own light and the own love within me. And I think maybe that's something you speak about more.
Absolutely. Well, as we know, everything is a reflection. So the idea that when we raise our frequency and when we raise our vibration, we allow ourselves to offer to ourselves more reflections from a higher dimensional perspective. So again, that is why I think raising our vibration is incredibly important at this time, not only because of the context of where we are in human history, but of the opportunities that we have available to us as human beings who are emerging from this planet where we have thought for thousands of years that we were alone, to this planet where in 50 years it will be a normal occurrence to be part of an intergalactic association of different worlds. So I really feel that we are in a current time frame where it is up to us to choose where we want to experience, where we want to go, and how we wish to experience the shift that is currently happening. So I think that's why I'm so passionate about sharing with you guys little tips and tricks to raise your frequency, because from me, I've understood from my life that that's how I can best live the life that I truly want to live. That is how I can best be of service, not only to my community, but to the world and to the universe out there. And truthfully speaking, there is nothing more exciting in my life except for probably this most beautiful person. By the way, she's my future wife. I'm so blessed about that. But nothing would be more exciting to me than to have the ability to create a bridge, a diplomatic bridge between our society and other societies out there. And obviously to do that, you need to obviously, I think, be in a high vibrational state of being, not only to be able to entertain our side of the pond, but to entertain the other side of the pond. So that brings me to asking this beautiful human being the question of how do you foresee the next 25 or 30 years on this planet? in terms of contact, evolution, and consciousness?
The next 20 to 30 years.
Mhm.
So I believe the next 20 to 30 years on this planet are, sure, absolutely profound. I can only hope that in the next 20 to 30 years that most human beings are awakened to their truth, to the fact that each and every one of us is the creator of our life, that each and every one of us are all-powerful, limitless, unbounded beings that can create anything we choose, and hopefully we all aim to come together in a conscious co-creation to create heaven on earth. I really believe that this is where we are going, that we're moving into a utopia, heaven on earth. And I think that is, we're really starting at almost the beginning of that, where yoga is such an incredible entry point to that, in starting to realize yourself as the creator of your life. And how I see it in terms of going back to what we're discussing about frequency and raising your vibration is that every single moment of our lives we are expanding into the next moment, and realizing that you're creating every moment of your life through your thoughts, words, and actions. You can really begin to take a lot of control about what you're creating for yourself. And looking at something like yoga, if you can almost imagine the universe as this infinite energetic field, right? And you're positioned somewhere here, vibrating at a certain frequency. And that frequency that you're vibrating at is expanding out and creating your reality. And if you can raise your vibration, you are creating a higher version of reality for yourself. And every day that we wake up, we are choosing where we want to place ourselves on this parameter of experience, right? We're choosing in every moment how to perceive an experience. Are we seeing this as a gift, as beauty, or are we seeing this as this shouldn't be happening, why is this happening, and causing frustration around whatever we're experiencing? So it's really about taking that awareness that we create our experience through our perception, through our vibration, and consciously choosing to raise that, to see a higher perspective, to take better actions, whatever it may be. So I really believe in the next 20 years, people are going to really step into this power, into this true embodiment of their godly, divine self, and we are going to freaking create magic. Absolute magic.
Excited. Exciting times, my friend. Exciting times. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for those that are reviewing this later. I think it was a channel called What the Fuck How Bizarre that said, "Hi, I'm a solo CE-5 protocol practitioner in Japan. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for doing what you do in Japan. We
come see us
definitely
in Cape Town.
we'll come see you in Japan for sure sometime."
Yes.
Mr. Como2483, hi guys, sorry I cannot watch this live as I'm working at the moment. I will watch the recording after as I'm very interested in this topic. Thanks guys, keep up the good work. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much. You keep up the good work too.
Absolutely. Alright, What the Fuck How Bizarre is saying, I'm kind of confused by vibration. I understand vibration is molecular heat in physics. Well, vibration can definitely be molecular heat in physics, but it's also more than that. If you speak about vibration and frequency right now, everything that you can think of literally has its own vibrational component to it. It has its own unique frequency. The cell phone that we're using to film this has its own frequency. Our minds have its own frequency. Your comment, for example, has its own frequency. Just like everything that you see around you has its own frequency. That if you want to call it, that's the address that everything has. Like your unique fingerprint is your unique frequency. So in that way, vibration and frequency can be extended to so many different aspects of our lives, being emotions, being our thoughts, being the way that we think about ourselves, as well as maybe more on a physical level, literally the things that we attract into our physical reality and how we attract them. Because we understand that frequency A will match with frequency A. Like alike and alike vibrations will match with alike vibrations. Like it just works together. So when you are of a particular frequency, be it love, positivity, or joy, you create for yourself and for obviously your reality more opportunity to attract these facets of reality to yourself, because you yourself are expressing that frequency. Is there anything you may want to share about vibration?
No, I think you, from just my understanding and experience, is that yeah, as Ashley said, we live in this incredible network of vibration that is creation within itself. It is this limitless, all expanding network of vibration and energy that runs through us, that expands through us, and even though we may not be able to see it within the space between us, the fiber of the universe itself is this interconnected web of energy that is constantly pulsating, messaging, communicating, and that communication comes from you. And whatever you are choosing to emit and putting out, so that's where the aspect of consciousness of that you are the emitter of these frequencies, that whatever you are putting out, the universe reflects back to you. And it's such an incredible opportunity to also move out of a state of victimization, because I think that's probably one of the biggest first shifts that we as humanity are going to make, is to stop saying, oh, this and oh, that, and because of
Taking
this person, and
responsibility.
and you this, and I'm not that, and to realize actually it's all you, all of it is you. And when you can realize that you are the creator and you are responsible for everything in your life, I know it's very hard to digest sometimes, but so much
That's the reality
empowerment
of
comes
things.
from that, because you can always empower yourself and you can always choose to rise above, and through that raise your frequency, change your perspective of what you're seeing to a higher perspective, and you will have a completely different experience. So this is where our power lies as conscious creators, an aspect of God that we all are.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That was very, very well explained.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. My good friends, I think this is us for today. Feel free to leave us your comments for people that are reviewing this later. Again, we live together, so I could always have Chloe back on the show if ever you guys would love to hear more about it. I'm sure that I would love to hear more about it. I'm sure that you guys would also. So feel free to leave us your comments. Chloe, where could they find more of your yoga materials if they wish to?
So definitely as we go forward, I would love to share some more basic yoga and meditations with you that can help you very easily just raise your physical vibration, your mental vibration. So I'll definitely do that. Otherwise, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Chloe Yoga. And I've also just launched my YouTube channel, Chloe Yoga, where I will be posting an abundance of yoga, mindfulness, wellness content. So,
Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning into C5 Academy. Always a pleasure to have you guys watching live or reviewing this after. Feel free to click like, feel free to subscribe if you haven't, feel free to click on the bell notification so that you can get our notification in the future when we do go live. For those beautiful people that are still sleeping, I know that a lot of our following is currently in America, and I do apologize for doing these live streams in your own time as a very early time for you. I'll definitely keep it in mind to do it a little bit later in the future so we can get more of you to interact and partake in the live audience and the live broadcast. But I'm sure that the audience who will be reviewing this after will also leave us some amazing comments and some great feedback. And again, it's through you and with you that we are growing this channel and growing this movement, and as well as all the many other amazing facilitators out there who are putting their hearts and minds out to grow this movement alongside with you. So thank you all so much for being here. I wish you all an amazing week ahead. I hope to see you guys again very soon, and I send you lots of love.
thank you.
Thank you guys so much, and
Thank
see
you
you
for
soon.
having me. We'll see you soon. So much love to you.
It was a real pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
My love.